Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Pageant Mag Philippines live sessions. All right, yours truly, Francois Diaz, once again, your pageant correspondent. So, once again, I'm alone tonight. Please join with me, join us rather, all throughout at the end of this session. So, we are live simultaneously on Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. And if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification and follow and like our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and TikTok, so please follow us on all our social media platforms. Now, guys, if you have any questions for our guest for tonight. So please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section. All right. And let me just remind you guys that this episode is being brought to us by Celebrity. All right, I believe that you are all excited to meet our guest for tonight. And yes, hindi ko na kayo pag-aantayin pa. Okay? And our esteemed guest, therefore, for tonight is a Mr. Filipinas 2021 candidate hailing from the city of Manila, Tondo. He is a 20-year-old born in Doha, Qatar, went home to the Philippines in 2016, and has been joining pageants, particularly in Mapua University back in high school, where he consistently won first runner-up from the three competitions he took part with. He is now currently studying at Lyceum of the Philippines University, taking up international tourism. Please help me welcome our tonight's guest with a virtual applause. Give it up for the pride of City of Manila, Tondo, Kenneth Aniban. Yes, hello, good evening, Kenneth.
Good evening po. Good evening to
Mhm.
everyone watching today.
Yes, good evening. Good evening to all our viewers. Thank you for joining us once again, guys. And yes, if you have any question, once again, guys, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section. Okay, so how have you been doing, Kenneth?
For me right now, I'm just preparing for the pageant. I have 19
Mm-hmm.
days left before I go to Negros Oriental. And so far, my
Mm-hmm.
preparation is for my body and for my mind as well. I've been reading books. I've been watching YouTube videos of past candidates and past pageants, and also working out
Mm-hmm.
in the gym and watching out my diet and what I put in my body. So all in all, it's been a great journey. So hope I can win this title at August.
Wow. So seemingly that you are very much ready and prepared. Hmm. Anyway, you still have 19 days more to
19
go.
days left.
Yes, you just have to enjoy it. All right.
Yes.
Now, I believe, Kenneth, that the information that I just mentioned a while back during the introduction, I know that this is not yet enough for us to get to know you well. So, can you tell us more about yourself? Something that I have not mentioned yet, something that is, interesting about you.
Okay. So something
Mm-hmm.
interesting about me is I really love joining pageants. That's been my passion
Mm-hmm.
since I was very young. Because first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, I joined pageantry to have a bigger platform to voice out my advocacies in life and also my advocacies
Mm-hmm.
in our country. So
Mm-hmm.
that's been my passion since I was young, and also uh, I've joined this pageant to gain experiences, and also I want to help out many people like me that are very shy to pursue their dreams and aspirations as well. And I want them to learn from my experiences and also the essence of hard work. And if you are a hardworking person, you can achieve anything in life.
Really? In that case, you're still a shy. You mean a shy boy?
Yes, when I was young, I was very shy. I was not confident.
Mm-hmm.
I was not the same person that you are seeing today. I'm very very
Mm-hmm.
shy. I don't like to be in the middle of a camera. I don't like talking to large crowds or many people.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, over the past few years, I've trained myself to talk to many different people, talk to larger crowds, and also
Mm-hmm.
be confident in myself. Because if no one believes in you, you should always believe in yourself.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's definitely correct. So
Yes,
believe in yourself so that others would also believe you in return. Correct?
correct.
One moment. There you go. All right. So, as I have mentioned a while ago, you studied high school in Mapua University, and there you started your pageant journey. So, what basically brought you to transfer or to somehow enroll in another school? Because as we have mentioned in here, you are now studying in Lyceum of the Philippines University.
Okay, so the main reason is that first and foremost, I have a financial problem.
Mm-hmm.
The tuition fee in Mapua is so much bigger than any schools here in the Philippines, and I can't
Mm-hmm.
afford that. I can't afford that tuition fee, so I transferred to another school, which is the neighbor of Mapua University, which is Lyceum, and
Yeah.
I think the main reason of my transfer is to find my passion. Like my passion
Mm-hmm.
is really to help people, and international
Mm-hmm.
tourism is like helping other people. And I want my dream when I was young also is I want to be an FA on an airline industry. So helping people is
Oh.
really my pageant. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
transferred from Mapua to Lyceum is to pursue my dreams as well. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the main reason.
Does your course also has something to do or also have something to do with your advocacy?
Yes, my advocacy
Really?
is really tourism reform and also
Mm-hmm.
mental health as well. As we all know, this time of the year or this time of pandemic, many people are struggling with mental health as well, and also our
Mm-hmm.
economic state is also going down. So the
Mm-hmm.
two of the most problems are my advocacies, and with this Mr. Sa Filipinas, I want to voice them out as well, and that's
Mm-hmm.
in relation to your question that in my school, yes, it really does coexist because Lyceum
Mm-hmm.
teach you the economy of this country, and also it teaches you ethics as well. So also it teaches
Mm-hmm.
you respect and ethics to other people. So it's very much relatable.
Wow. So I'm really looking forward on how you're going to work on your advocacy. That's definitely just like what you have mentioned, very much connected with your course that you are studying right now in Lyceum. However, um one of interesting fact that I've noticed in here is that you were a three-timer first runner-up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And all this happened in Mapua. Can you tell us
Yes.
more something about this?
So the first pageant I've joined, which was
Mm-hmm.
in 2018, I've joined
Mm-hmm.
the I've joined Mr. Mapua Senior High School 2018. So
Mm-hmm.
my experience there was, it's very nerve wracking because that's my first time joining a pageant on my life.
Mm-hmm.
So the experience there was very good. I've learned a lot, and my confidence grew, as at that time I didn't have the confidence to speak to a large crowd. That's why it's very nerve
Mm-hmm.
wracking, especially in the Q&A portion.
Mm-hmm.
I was very shy. I was very shy at that time, so my Q&A answer was a little bit shaky. So the other
Mm-hmm.
pageant that I've joined, so I've won first runner up in the Mr. Mapua Senior High School. So I represented Senior High School on the biggest, grandest pageant in Mapua, which was Mr. Cardinals.
Mr.
So
Cardinals.
uh, yes, so my experience there was very, 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 very nervous as well, because we have 40 candidates, I think, if I can remember, 40 candidates, ranging from the winners of the organizations in the Mapua. So I was
Mm-hmm.
a heavily underdog because I was very young at that
Mm-hmm.
time. I was, I think, 19 or 18 at that time. So I was
Mm-hmm.
very unexperienced, because most of the candidates there was 20, 22, 23 years old.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
I was very scared at that time, because they were very old and very experienced. But as the show of the Mr. Cardinals went on, I grew a lot more confidence in myself. So luckily,
Mm-hmm.
I've won first runner up. So out of all the 40 candidates, I was the second chosen in that pageant. That was a very fun experience as well. And lastly, the last pageant that I've joined there is Mr. Sege. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a organization in Mapua which was designed for civil engineering students and other engineering courses in Mapua. So I've won first
Mm-hmm.
runner up there. My experience there was very good as well. I've created friends, and as I was a very heavily favorite, but I think
Mm-hmm.
I slipped up in something that minus me a point 0.1 deduction. So I've won
Oh.
first runner up there as well. But
Oh.
I've I've learned a lot in that experience, and I think now after three pageants, I'm the most confident person that I can be right now. So I'm very confident in my skills, in my speaking abilities in joining this
Mm-hmm.
pageant, as well as my body as well. As over the
Mm-hmm.
years, I've grew a little wider in size. So I'm very
Mm-hmm.
much excited to go to Negros Oriental and just perform at the best of my capabilities.
You know what? I have to be honest to you. The first time I saw your photo rather, being posted on Misters of Filipinas. I actually didn't. How shall I say? I actually didn't recognize you right away because you really changed a lot. You have grown a lot. There's a big difference from Kenneth Aniban that I have met back in 2019 for Mr. and Miss Senior High School Mapua 2018.
Thank
Diba?
you. Thank you very much. I've dedicated
Oh.
my life to this industry, or in this
Mm-hmm.
I've dedicated a lot of my time and hard work to improve to myself, or prove to myself that I can be the best version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. That you will definitely rip off what you have worked, what you have really worked hard, right? So, may I just ask your reasons why you joined Misters of Filipinas um, other than national pageants or male national pageants that are available in the Philippines or that are also active in the Philippines?
Okay. So I've joined Misters of Filipinas because it's one of the biggest platform
Mm-hmm.
in the male pageantry. So I've joined there to first and foremost gain experience as well. But the most important thing why I've joined Misters of Filipinas is to inspire people, because as we all
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm not here. I'm not from the Philippines. I'm from the Middle East. So I just want them to be inspired by my story, because my story is filled with many ups and downs. So
Mhm.
when given a chance that I will be crowned at that time, I want them to hear my story and just be inspired, so they can inspire other
Mhm.
people as well and create a ripple effect to others.
Mhm. You said that you are not really from the Philippines
Yes, I was not
because you
born
were
here.
born in Doha. But may
Yes,
I just know, are your parents also Filipino?
yes, pure Filipino.
Filipinos. Both are Filipinos.
Yes, both.
All right. All right. Now I see. But of course, you're still Filipino by blood. So, mm-hmm.
I think
Yes.
it's my Laurel side because I'm a
Mhm.
Laurel, so I think that side of my family is very dugong bughaw in Tagalog.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm-hmm. A royal
maybe that,
blood.
yeah, maybe that's the reason why I look like this.
I see. All right. So we're going to get to know more about you by playing Have You Ever Had?
Okay.
Okay. Are you familiar with this?
Yes, very much familiar.
All right. All right. So let's start. Have you ever had worn an oversized or undersized pair of shoes?
Oversized shoes I've wear.
Mm-hmm. You've
I have.
worn an oversized. For what reasons? How did it happen?
I think this um the one in our grand callback in
Mm-hmm.
June 12, grand callback for the Misters of Filipinas. I
All right.
accidentally wear a size 13 shoes. So I was walking very uncomfortably because my shoes keeps on removing on my feet because it's very
Mm-hmm.
long. So that's my mistake. I didn't check the size of my shoes that time, but it went well. I was chosen as one of the candidates, so
Mm-hmm.
it went good.
Yes, hello, Sir Alex Penshap. So thank you so much for watching once again, Sir Alex. Okay, so there you go. What's going on in here? Perhaps you're watching on our Facebook group, Pageant Mag group. So that is why I can see your names in here. Anyways, let's move on. Have you ever had snuck out from home, or I mean, sneaked out? You went out without permission.
I have very much
Mm-hmm.
guilty. I have.
How did it
June 12,
happen?
grand callback for. I think it happened 2018 as well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's a late event on my school, or no, it's a late event on my friend's home. Then
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell what's the reason why. I just sneaked out because I know I will not get approval from them. So I sneaked out. I've done a lot of things in my life that I've gained much experience from there. So I'm not denying the things that I've done. So that's another
No,
that's like a
that's
good
all right. Yeah, that's all right.
yes. It's very
Everyone experiences this though. Mm.
it's normal. Being a
Yes,
teenager,
hello, hero. Yes. Mhm.
it's
All
normal.
right. Have you ever? Yeah, of course. Have you ever had wished to be a girl? One of your, well, one of
Hmm.
Have you
One
ever
time,
heard?
one time. Like
Why?
I just want to feel their. I just want to be a female for one day, just to experience
Mm,
their hard work as well. Because I'm an advocate
uh-huh.
as well as for female equality. So I just want to feel what
Mm-mm.
they're feeling right now because I can't replicate
Mhm.
what the females have been feeling throughout these years. And I have
Mm-mm.
huge respect for females as well because they have endured a
Mhm.
lot in their life. So I just want to
Mm-mm.
be. I want to feel their hard work for I think a day. I'll be satisfied.
Uh-huh. Well, that's a kind of empathic behavior, actually, to so to say. All right. So, have you ever had a crush on your instructor or professor, or at least on your teacher back in high school?
Pardon, I didn't hear clearly.
Have you ever had a crush on your
Mm,
instructor or professor, or on your teacher back in high school?
I have not.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Never had.
Never.
Hi, Vince Von Kaiser. Thank you for
Hi.
watching. All right. Good, huh? Have you ever had worn your brother's clothes or
Yes, all
cousin?
the time. All the
Hmm?
time. All the time. My
And
brother has a great sense of fashion, so I
mhm,
borrow things from him, like jackets, like sweaters
mhm,
as well, also beanies,
mhm,
just for the shoot or just for the Instagram feed when I'm shooting for something.
mhm.
I want his fashion sense is very very good. It's very very great. So I admire my brother for that.
Oh, that's nice. And there's no fight whenever he sees
Yes.
you wearing
Just
your clothes.
tell him ahead of time
Proper
that you will
proper permission.
yes, you will get something from his wardrobe, so it will not be a
Good.
conflict between the two of you.
Hmm. What about, have you ever had sold any of your pre-loved items?
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have not yet sold anything.
Oh, good. So, marami pang pera.
Yes.
Have you ever had fallen in love with your best friend?
Not yet. Not yet.
Mhm.
Not yet.
But you're in a relationship.
Yes, right now.
Oh, nice. Hmm. Don't you consider her as your best friend as well?
Yes, right now she's my armor, my fighting spirit as well, my motivation
Hmm.
in life. And also
Yeah.
she's the one that keeps me motivated and doing things here in this Misters of Filipinas pageant. So
Or
I'm
you
very
might want to
thankful.
shout out for her.
Yeah, shout out to my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend that is watching right now. So I'm doing this for
Oh,
her.
really? Oh. What about, have you ever had eaten a chicken intestine or chicken isaw?
Not once, but I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like
Really?
it, but I'm open to it sooner or later down the line. I will try to eat. I will force myself to eat that just to feel it. But right now I don't eat isaw. I only eat like kwek kwek, fishball, like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm still a
What
Filipino
about?
in by heart, so I
Of
eat the
course, you're
Filipino
a
food.
Filipino, even by blood.
Yes. So
And
hey, I have a story. Like
mm-hmm.
every time my friends go out, they think that I
Mm-hmm.
don't eat Filipino foods because of where I came from. But
Mm-hmm.
they were shocked when I like literally eat kwek kwek, many fishball, many Filipino street foods. Like they're very
What
much
about
delicious.
Betamax?
Yes,
Do you eat Betamax?
I
The
don't know. I didn't
dugo?
eat that. I didn't eat yet. I didn't eat that yet. But
I should,
isaw.
you should try that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll keep that in mind.
What about, have you ever had too much fun at a party?
Pardon.
Have you had too much fun at a party?
Yes, every party that I've gone
Mm-hmm.
through, but as well we have to be responsible of what of our actions. So
Mm-mm.
that's the thing that I pride myself on is to be responsible. Like
Mm-mm.
drink
Mm-mm.
responsibly. Like put put your mind into it first before you do anything. Be respectful to
Yeah.
any people because you don't want to be part of something bad in life. Just in
Mm-hmm.
general,
That's right.
whether you're a celebrity or a normal person, you don't want to be part of something that will ruin your life or
Drug you. Mm-hmm.
yeah, drag you into something that you don't want to be. So
That's
just be
right. Mm-hmm.
respectful and be mindful of the things that you do and drink responsibly. That's the first thing. If you want to go out or have party, drink responsibly.
Have you
Just be
ever
open
had
to
tried cutting classes?
yes, I've done it. It's very much
Mm-hmm.
normal. Not cut class. Actually, it's not cut class. It's very much late. Like I've woken up like an hour late of my subjects. Then I didn't anymore go to class. So I think that's counted.
That could be
I'm very
considered
much.
as cutting classes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've considered that. I'm very much
Hello,
thankful.
Angela Tolosa. Yeah, thank you for watching, Angela. Yeah, that's fine. Everyone actually experienced that already. Okay, so you see, guys, our king in here, our guest king, is very much relatable.
Yeah,
So,
I'm still
alam niyo yun?
a teen. I'm still a teen by heart.
All right. So definitely, we will be asking these questions to him. So please just continue to drop the questions down
Yeah,
below, and absolutely no worries, guys. We will entertain all these questions. All right. So just make sure that your questions are not political. All right.
yeah.
All right. So before we proceed, guys, let's have a short break, and we will be back in a few seconds. Just one quick moment. Yeah. Once again, this episode is being brought to us by Celebrity. Okay, so we are back. All right, so yes, we'll be talking some issues right here, some social issues. All right. However, we have a first question in here coming from one of our viewers. It's from Alex Penjo. So the question goes this way: I Do celebrities have a responsibility to be positive role models? Would you say that you are a good role model?
First and foremost, yes,
Mhm.
celebrities have a responsibility to be positive role models because they have a bigger platform than an average person. So they need to portray something good so they can inspire many people as well because they're the
Mhm.
ones that's been privileged to be in the spotlight or have a voice that other people don't have. So they have to be a positive role model because who wants a negative role model, right? And another
Mhm.
the question that you say that I'm a good role model. Would you say that you are a good role model? Yes, because I promote equality, I promote peace, I promote inspiring other people, and as well, I just want to inspire many people that
That's right.
they can inspire other people as well and make our environment
Mhm.
a better place to live in.
That's right. Perfect. So yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with you, um, Ken, no? Because since they are actually in that in that state of life, in that status, they have all the responsibility as well to be the role model, not because they are just celebrity, but because um, people, or especially younger generations, are looking at them.
True.
So yeah, I think so as well. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
any
true.
questions? Do we still have more questions in here? All right. So thank you so much, Alex Pensha. Now let's talk about some social issues such as poverty and education. So
Okay.
always poverty and education are interconnected. You cannot speak about poverty without connecting it with education. Now, there are some respondents in here who's claiming or who's saying that um, poverty or education is one of the root causes of poverty in the Philippines due to illiteracy. What's your stand on this?
For me, we need to have a good education. So, education is the best thing that you can have in
Mhm.
life because education is the most powerful thing that you can put into your mind. The knowledge is the best thing that you can put into your mind. So with the right knowledge, we
Mm-hmm.
can change, or we can change our world as well. And in terms of poverty, it's very relatable to our government as well. But I think it's just a balance of a
Mm-hmm.
proper government. It's a very I'm not saying that it's not better right now, but along the years of our government, it still can be improved on, and in that aspect as
Mm-hmm.
well. But in terms of education, like I live in the in the streets of Tondo, Manila for 6 years. I've lived there for
Mm-hmm.
that very long time, so I've seen many people they're struggling with education, struggling with poverty. I just want, if I've given a chance that I will be like a president, or I've given a chance that I will have a superpower, I will create a equality for each and every person here, especially in my city that I represent. I want to create equality, because here in Tondo there are many people that only needs a chance to prove themselves. So if I'm given
Mm-hmm.
the chance that I will be a ruler of this country, I will give every people here in the Philippines a fair chance to prove themselves, because that's what I want. I just want equality and peace in our country.
Right. If I could really summarize what you're trying to say, if I understood it correctly, and
Mm.
um, perhaps you are mentioning that equal opportunity should
Yes,
be given to everyone. Yeah, because
equal
that's
opportunity.
basically true. That's basically true, no? Especially in the wages. When speak of wages, if only we have an equal wage all throughout the Philippines, right? Regardless if you are in the urban or in the rural areas, at least you are receiving the same salary wage. If you know what I mean, and
Yes, just
perhaps
to give fair
perhaps
chance.
there's yeah, perhaps there's no reason for for other employees, for other citizens to go to the urban areas and just overpopulate the urban areas, right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are just beginning, guys. So yeah, please just continue to drop your questions down below. We will definitely ask your questions from time to time. Okay. What can you say about the illiteracy or the literacy rate between men and women? Because there's basically this study that actually given by Philippine Statistics Authority, wherein it says that female has a higher literacy rate with 97.1%, while male has lower literacy rate with 95.9%. So, what can you say about this? Do you
Mm.
think that men is already overpowered by women? Looking at this case.
Hmm. For me, woman has not men has not yet overpowered women, because woman can do things what a man can do, in terms
Mhm,
of not just in the like lifting or something like that. For me, I see equality between the two genders, because
mhm,
that's been my see in this issue. Uh, I'm very much very much what you call this equal in this issue. Like for me,
mhm,
women should be given fair chance as well by people, because they can do things like what I said. They can do things what a man can do. So along
mhm,
the line, or along in the future, we should give them a fair chance as well, because with
mhm,
like what I've said, I've I've been advocating for women empowerment as well, because they can
mhm,
change also the world as well, not as men only, but with the two
mhm,
genders combined, we can create a better environment for all of us. So We should
Mm-hmm.
not separate them, like we should not compare them both. We should treat them as equal, giving them a fair
Mm-hmm.
chance. So that's my stand. So men should not overpower women. It should be equal.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for that. However, we have some questions coming from our viewers. Here we go. This one is coming from Jordi Gaston. He's asking, should beauty queens or kings be vocal in their political beliefs? Why or why not?
For me, it should be
Mm-hmm.
neutral, because at the end of the day, you're promoting the city of Philippines in the international stage. So you should
Okay.
unite people. You should not divide them. So
Mm-hmm.
here in the Philippines, it's been populated for almost, I think, a billion or many thousands Filipinos. So
Mm-hmm.
Each and every Filipino has different political views. So you should be
Yeah.
neutral. You should see the two sides of the coin there. You should see the two sides of their beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
You should not be affected, or you should not be affected on someone's belief, or you should be criticizing someone's political view. You should be neutral on that belief, so you can unite many people.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like what I said, you're representing the Philippines, so
Mm-hmm.
you need to represent you need to represent the best version of the Philippines in the international stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. There's always this what we call um, responsibility, and
Yes.
yeah, sometimes I would have also to agree that there could also be, or beauty queens or kings also have voices. That's basically the reasons why they have platforms. But there could also be, at least the beauty queen or the king should also know how to balance their beliefs, right? Or yeah, their political beliefs. At
True.
least they should know how to balance which one is right and which one is definitely acceptable,
True.
right? Because there could be a possibility that just due to personal interest, well, their belief or their political beliefs could also be biased. So I think it takes a lot of discernment in order for one to somehow speak of what they believe politically. Yeah, that's fine. I think so. I think that it's not really how should I say, it's not really mandatory. It's still a choice. However, um, if the beauty queen or king speak of their political beliefs, no, then at least it should not be biased. It should be fair, but should
Yes.
be
Be
fair.
mindful.
Yeah.
Be mindful on what
Hmm.
you believe in.
Yes, that's right. And there's another question coming from Alex Penshop once again. What's the first thing you will do after winning, after the pageant?
The first thing that I will do is call my parents. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing I will do, because they are the ones that's been helping me throughout this pageant. So that's the first thing I will do. I would like to see them. I would like to see them, my version of that time. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing that I will do.
All right. So of course, diba? They were the one who brought you into the world.
Yes,
So yeah, it's just right to give somehow a well acknowledge them and give them the compliment of bringing you here and have reached what you have reached as of the moment, right?
that's true.
Okay. So thank you so much once again, Alex, and thank you so much, Jody, for the questions. We have another question in here coming from Jen Ezekiel Laura. Height of the shortest. candidate in the pageant.
Hmm.
Oh, what do you mean by this?
I think
Height
he's
or the
asking me who is the
shortest?
shortest in the who is the shortest
Uh,
in the pageant.
are you asking the shortest in Misters of Filipinas or a height requirement in
Nah.
the pageant?
Hmm.
Well, please just clarify these questions, John, because definitely we cannot answer this, or Kenneth could not answer this perfectly due to some, well,
Yeah. It's very confidential.
hindi naman na, hindi lang sa confidential, pero yung question kasi hindi masyado, it's not really that very clear. Okay,
Yes.
so we do apologize for that, Chan. We cannot answer as of now. You just have to, please just try to modify your question. All right, let's
Okay.
move on. There are some issues right now on LGBTQ, and there's a lot of issue on LGBTQ actually, particularly on the discrimination. So, what is your opinion about the discrimination that's happening in the community?
We should stop it. That's the first thing. We should
Mm-hmm.
stop it. We should stop it because we should treat them as our equal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether you're a woman, a man, whether you're a woman, a man,
Mm-hmm.
or part of the LGBTQ, we are equal. They are not different from us. So what's the reason why you will discriminate their kind? Because for me it's all about equality. That's what I voice out for, is equality. And they're not different from us, so we should accept them for who they are, because we don't have
Mm-hmm.
the right to take someone's happiness or to judge them from who they are. We don't have that kind of
Mm-hmm.
power. We should treat them as equal, or as a human
Mm-hmm.
being that should be living freely without discrimination or hate in this country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my
Yes.
stand.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. Well, the word for that is definitely respect, right?
Yes, respect as well.
Mhm, mhm. However, there's another question in here which is very much related to this.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this already happened, but
Hmm.
somehow this is about a trans man joining a male pageant. So the question coming from Ronald Derek Azurin uh, goes this way. Would you think it would be fair if a trans man wins any crown or one of the crowns of Mr. Filipinas over a natural born man?
For me, it's okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
they have dedicated their life. They have dedicated their blood, sweat, and tears. Like what I said, they're not different than us. Like we put
Mm-hmm.
in equal work. We put in equal effort into this pageant. So
Mm-hmm.
if if his hard work has been resulted to a crown, then I don't have any
Mm-hmm.
problem with that, because I see the world as equal to us. Like there's no
Mm-hmm.
different. Like I don't discriminate any person here in this world. Like I treat them
Mm-hmm.
equal. Like I treat like a janitor, I treat the same way I treat a CEO, I treat a janitor. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
have a problem with a trans man winning a crown in Mr. of Filipinas. I'm the first one that's going to congratulate that candidate, because
Mm-hmm.
uh, I have a lot of respect for people that have gone through a lot in life, because that's the
Mm-hmm.
same as me. I'm very much relatable to people that's struggled in life. So I'm very much agree on this if a trans man will win one of the crowns.
Perfect, right? So thank you so much once again, Ronald, Derek, Azurin. Yeah, I think so as well. If in case that the Misters of Philippines accepts trans men and the trans man eventually wins the one of the crowns, why not? Right? So
Yes,
one thing is for sure is that he also worked for that because trans man is also a man, just like trans women is also a woman. I mean, trans woman is also a woman. So I think that there should be no problem about that as well. So
yes, we should be
as
equal.
long as they are accepted by the organization, and of course, just like what other organization is saying, as long as they could provide legal papers that they are men or that they are women, so there could be no problem about that. Mhm. All right. So thank you so much once again for your questions, and please just continue um, to shower us with your questions. All right. Oh, what's happening in here? Why it's not hiding? All right.
No
So,
comment on that.
mhm. Okay. Hello, pasensya, biglang nag-lag. Oh, nawala ako. Sandali lang. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
One moment lang ha. Just one moment. Uh-oh. Dali lang po. Pasensya po. Some technical difference at technical issues lang po. Karoon lang ng technical issues. Pasensya. Okay. There you go. I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, thank you so much once again, guys, for the questions. Pasensya ha, parang naglalag kasi siya eh.
No, that's
Ayan. Talent portion mo na daw. And thank you so much, guys, for waiting. My God, naloka ako doon. All right, thank you so much, Jordy. So we're back. Okay, where are we? I was talking about something a while ago. All right, so let's talk about teenage pregnancy, or I
mm,
mean, let's talk about adolescent fatherhood.
mm,
I believe you are familiar with adolescent fatherhood. That's
yeah, early
becoming a father at a very young age,
age.
at teenage years. So this has been happening in the Philippines. There are actually teenage pregnancies for women, and there are as well, if there are teenage pregnancies, therefore, we cannot get away from the adolescent fatherhood. So, what can you say about this?
Hmm. For me,
This is
I don't
one of
have.
the pressing issues. Mhm.
For me, this is the biggest. This is one of the biggest problems here in the Philippines, like teenage
Yes.
pregnancy or
Mhm.
adolescents' fatherhood. So my stand here is we have a responsibility, not just me, but our parents and as adults. I considered myself an adult, and I've gained many experiences when I was growing up. So we have a
Mhm.
responsibility of teaching sex education to our son. It's not, let us normalize teaching that kind of stuff to our sons, daughters, and everything, because we can make a change on that here in the Philippines. So we should
Mhm.
we should be mindful, or we should be teaching our kids, or we should be teaching our future generation that to what you call this, to lead them on the right path, and uh, not make the same mistakes as the past generations have done. So
Mhm.
I have a responsibility, you have a responsibility, we have all the responsibility in the world of teaching this the right way to the younger generations.
That's right. Yeah, because I believe that education or first education is definitely coming from the family.
Yes.
So therefore, we should basically so there it should basically be taught it should be taught at home as well,
True.
how to become responsible when it comes to this kind of issues or into this
Yes.
kind of cases, especially teenagers. We know that teenagers are very, very curious to know things, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that openness could definitely help out to, to resolve,
Resolve this.
not really to resolve, but somehow to prevent.
Yes, or lesson.
Mhm. Yes.
We should
And
normalize that kind of things here.
mm, yeah, I think well, just because that we are basically in conservative country, and there are so many things that that's becoming taboo
Mm,
in in us, taboo to us rather. So I think openness to learn something new, all
mm,
right, to somehow avoid curiosity
true.
from young generation, especially from teenagers, right?
That's true.
Okay. Anything else that we could talk about? All right. I think there you go. Do we still have any question in here? So we'll be talking about advocacy in a short break again. So we'll just go for a short break, short commercial break. So once again, guys, this is being brought to us by Celebrity, a celebration of tea for a lifetime rather. Mhm. We'll get back to you guys in a few seconds. All right, once again. So, we'll be talking. Thank you guys for tuning in or staying with us. So, we'll be talking about your advocacy. You have been mentioning something about your advocacy a while back. So, can you tell us more about it this time?
So my advocacies are tourism
Mhm.
reform in my city that I represent, which is Tondo, Manila, and
What does it
also
mean by that?
like promoting the tourist spots here in the in here in Tondo, Manila. Like
Okay.
for me, I would like to expound on that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Tondo has been infamous is known for its underdeveloped areas, but for
Mm-hmm.
me, let's should not judge a book by its cover. So
Yeah.
Tondo has many hidden tourist attractions that's been waiting to be explored by our people. So we should.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been advocating. That been advocating for, which is I want them to see the beautiful in Tondo because it's
Mm-hmm.
uh, when other people hear Tondo, it sounds bad. Like it's a home of many like this. It's a home of many
Mm-hmm.
criminals. Many
Mm-hmm.
bad things happen there. For me, I want to advocate like Tondo is a home of many smiles. Like it's built with courageous and hardworking people. And also there are many hidden tourist attractions there that I want them to see. So that's one of the things that I advocate for. The second thing that I advocate for is mental health awareness because
Mm-hmm.
I know firsthand that I've experienced depression when I was young. When I was like 17, 18 years old, I experienced anxieties and everything. So throughout the years, I helped myself reach to the point that I want to help other people that's experiencing the pain that I've experienced before. So I want to help them. I want to be the voice of the people who doesn't have voices. So I want them to feel that I'm here. Like I know what they feel. Like there's someone that's willing to help, or there's someone that is willing to help, who willing to teach them that life is a better place to live in. So like don't be sad or everything like that. Like that's the one thing that I strive for which is to help people who are struggling in this in their life. So that's the two advocacies that I strive for in this pageantry, in this competition. Sorry.
Okay, so you were mentioning that you are working for tourism, and at the same time, you wanted to advocate for um,
Mental health
mental
awareness.
health, yeah, awareness. How could this be very possible that you are working to advocacy at one
At one
yeah, at the
time,
same time, at the same time. Mm-hmm.
because it's very much connected. Like
Mm-hmm.
in the city of Tondo, Manila, there are many underdeveloped areas. So the
Mm-hmm.
people there experiencing like anxiety, many people there experience that they should have a better life or like that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very much connected. It's not about the city. It's about the people in living in that city. What they are feeling. So I can promote two birds in. I can promote two birds in one stone. I know I can hit two birds
Oh,
in one stone. Sorry. So it's very much
okay.
related. If you can see it, it's very much related. Like in this time of
Mhm,
pandemic, like I can relate this to this pandemic. Like in Tondo, it's one of the cities that's been very much struck by this pandemic. So many people there experience depression. Many people there experience sadness or like
mhm,
anxiety. So I just want to promote peaceful, and I would just want a peaceful environment there. I just want to promote mental health awareness that this is not a joke, and we should help them. We should help our city in Tondo, Manila to put smiles on their faces. So that's what I've been
mhm,
striving for, which is to put smiles on their faces or help them achieve their dreams and aspirations as well, and just
mhm.
provide overall a better experience for the people living in my city.
Oh, see. Thank you so much for that clarification. However, there's another question coming from Jordy, which goes this way. Jordy Quezon, thank you so much. Nagiging suki na si Jordy. Thank you, Jordy.
How it
How
feels.
will you convince a cynic that Tondo is a good place to live in?
For me, I convince him. I will invite him over personally. I
Mhm,
will invite him over and just give him the best experience that a man could ever experience living in Tondo. Like I will travel with him, going to Divisoria, going to Tutuban,
mhm,
going to the churches there, the Divisoria Church. It's a better place to live in. It's filled with many generous people. Like I would have him experience talking to people there, because people
mhm,
there are very smart. People in my city are very smart. They're very street smart. They're very kind people as well. So to see is to believe.
mhm.
That's what I want to tell that person. To see is to believe, and I would personally have him over to experience that what I've experienced before. So that's how I will convince him that Tondo is the best place to live in, or is a good place to live in.
How about for those individuals who had already experienced something, some bad or had bad experience in Tondo? Like, how could you convince them that it's no longer a notion because they have an actual or somehow, yeah, they had an actual experience of what basically the notion had I mean, they had an actual experience of what used to be just a notion.
For me, I
Mhm,
will tell that person, don't judge a city or don't judge something by one experience. That's the first
mhm,
thing that I will say, because Tondo is not the only place in the Philippines that's experienced many bad things. There are many cities here in the Philippines that's experienced the same thing. So that's the
mhm,
first thing that I will say. So don't judge the city by only one experiences or a bad experience, because that's the life that should be. Like it's an equal. If there's a bad, there's a good. So if you
mhm.
experience a bad thing in this country, then we'll show you there's a good thing that will happen here in the city. It should be a balance of both. So that's the first thing.
Mhm.
And the second thing is, I want if I'm the voice of Tondo Manila right now. So
Mhm.
there, like, that's the one thing that I will say. There are many, 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 many good things here. Like, to see is to believe. That's the one thing that I always, to see is to believe. Let them experience the best things here in Tondo Manila, because there are many, many great things here. I'm the first one to tell, there are many, many great things here in the city. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book of something that's been a notion around for many, many years. You see is to believe. To see is to believe. To feel is to you. If you feel that it's not yet the best experience, then we will provide you a best experience more.
So Jordy, according to Jordy, so hindi lang pala slums ang Tondo, Manila. So
Yes.
don't judge, guys.
No. Isn't just all slum. It is filled. If you see my advocacy video here, I will just give a teaser of my
Mhm.
advocacy video.
Mhm.
Tondo isn't just all slums. It is filled with many people. It is filled with many experiences that will last for a
Mhm.
lifetime. That's the one thing that I
Mhm.
will say to you. Isn't it? It is just all. Isn't Tondo isn't just all slums. If you feel Tondo, you will feel it for a lifetime. That's the one thing
So
that I
you
will
just
say.
mentioned a while ago that you have mentioned some places in Tondo. I don't know if Tondo or if Divisoria, if Tutuban, or what else did you mention? Churches. Yeah, that
Divisoria
you have
Church,
mentioned a while. Yeah,
Tutuban, Divisoria.
yeah. I don't know if this is part of Tondo. Are
It's
these
part.
part of Tondo? Okay.
Yes, it's
So
part.
aside from these places that you have mentioned earlier, where else can you bring me in
Mm.
Tondo that you can definitely that you are definitely sure that I could approve. I mean that I could appreciate.
The beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Where can
Tondo
I see
is
that? Mm-hmm.
Tondo is very big. Like, it's very much
Mm-hmm.
interconnected with each other. Like Tondo, Binondo, up to Intramuros. That's the three things
Mm-hmm.
that are very much interconnected. So
Okay.
the best tourist spots in Tondo is located in Binondo, like Lucky Chinatown. Like, if you see
Mm-hmm.
the balloons there in the Lucky Chinatown place, it's very much eye popping. It's very much like, if you see it, it's you're going to appreciate the infrastructure there. And also, in the church in near Binondo, there's a Binondo church there as well. I will take you
Yeah.
there. Also in
Mhm.
Intramuros, I would like to you to meet the places in Intramuros, because Intramuros is one of the best tourist spots in the world, in the Philippines
Mhm.
as well. So
The
if
World
you, I want,
City.
yeah, I want you to live the best experiences when you travel Tondo, because Tondo isn't just only one place. It's connected to three other places like Binondo and Intramuros. So those three places I will bring you.
So according to Ronald, uh-huh.
Bring me.
According to Ronald, bring me to Divisoria. Turuan mo kung paano tumawad sa mga seller doon.
Madali lang
Right?
yun.
Mhm.
Madali lang yun.
Mhm.
Magbigay ka lang ng mag-ano ka lang, magpaawa effect ka lang na parang wala na bang tawad, like ano, yan na yung pinaka best ano, like ano lang, like pag nagbigay siya ng price, like sabihin na natin 100, tapos nagbigay siya 80, sabihin mo na 60 na lang,
Mhm.
ate, ano, papakyawin ko na yan. Yun, parang maaawa na din sa'yo yung ano, na parang basta ano, salubungin mo siya ng mingiti, salubungin mo siya ng magandang ano mo, aura mo, pagbibigyan ka niya. Ganun lang yung tip doon.
Totoo ba? O
True.
sige nga, sana. Sige nga, sige nga, ano, samahan mo kaming mamalengke sa ano,
Yeah.
mag-shopping sa Divisoria.
Maraming magandang places doon. Maganda talaga.
Mhm.
Promise. I can promise you that.
Alright. Alright. So, bring us to Tondo then, okay? And bring us and yeah, bring us around Tondo.
Of
Okay?
course. Just
Show
hit
us
me up.
around Tondo rather.
Just hit me up.
Mhm.
After this pageant, just
Okay.
hit me up. I'll put
Talaga
you in
lang
the
ha.
picture.
Huwag na sa Divisoria. Sawang-sawa na kami sa
Ito
Divisoria.
ba? Divisoria. Ano? Uh, Basta maraming mga places dun. Promise.
Mhm. Totoo ba?
Mm.
Sige. Okay, sana din makapunta kayo dyan, ha? Alright, so let's move on to our next segment. Just like what I have promised, we're going to somehow do some exercises, or yeah, how we call this actually as activity or game. All right, there you go. Cool. Can you see that?
It's buffering.
Mhm. Can you see it
Wait,
now?
I see a black screen. Ayan, mystery crown.
Yes. So we have mystery crowns in here.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
so all right. So in here I have prepared at least 6 crowns. In
Mm.
each crown, there is a corresponding word or words. It could be in a form of a modified fast talk, or it could also be something that you could give or make a comment on or make a comment to, and
Okay.
or make an opinion or give an opinion. All right.
Okay.
Mhm. So you can. I'll just ask you to pick at least 3 mystery crowns, one
Three.
after the other. Yes.
So my
So
first number is three.
number 3. Okay. It's homophobic.
Okay.
The word
I
is
can and I
homophobic.
cannot see it in
Mhm.
the screen. The question.
No, it's not a question.
Oh.
It's a word.
Yeah. Here.
Homophobic. Mhm.
So homophobic. For me, we should stop this kind of attitude that we should be a homophobic, because like what I said in the segment of LGBTQ, we are all equal
Mhm.
as a human being. So we should not treat
Okay.
them differently the same way we treat other genders. So we should treat them with respect. We should treat them with the same opportunities that we are getting here in this country.
All right. Okay, so thank you so much for that. Oh, I'm sorry, Jordy, if I am like lagging.
It's all right.
I
It's
do
all right. No
apologize.
problem.
I'm not actually at home right now, kaya siguro nagkakaganyan yung issue. So,
Okay.
medyo, that's right. Medyo mahina yung ano yung signal dito sa may location ko. So, I really do apologize, but I'm trying my very, very best. All right, thank you so much for that, Ken. What's the next
Okay.
pick that you want to?
Six.
Number 6. Photos or videos?
Wait. I can photos or videos. For me,
Mhm.
photos, because there are
Why?
many experiences in my life. Many best experiences that have been captured by a photo. For me, photo
Mhm,
is the best representation of my memories. So I will choose
mhm.
photos because I
Okay.
can share them to other people of the joy that I've experienced before.
See. Thank you so much, Jordy, for understanding. It's okay, sir, sabi niya. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it's also good to keep photos, no? Kasi especially
Yeah,
kapag ka nakikita mo yung ano, yung lumang, tawag dito, lumang
you can you can
lumang
create a memory
photos,
with
'di
this
ba? Alam mo
photo.
yun, ang ganda-ganda pa rin. Yung, especially yung parang mga classic photos ng black and white, ganyan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's right. That's right, Jordy. Photos kasi magastos sa MB ang
You're
videos.
true.
Siya, yeah. Magastos sa
And
ano, sa
also
memory.
there's a saying with between photos that you can create a long lasting memory with just a photo or with just a click of a button.
Mm. Ah, see. Ngayon ko lang narinig yun. Thank you so much for that. Mhm. So what's our next pick? Last pick, rather.
Last question 4.
Okay, that's gonna be morning or evening.
Morning for me. Right now, a morning.
Mhm.
The other time, evening. But right now, I'll answer morning. Why?
Bakit?
Because I can do many things throughout the day if I wake up early. So
Mhm.
I can be more productive when I wake up like at at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I
Mhm.
can like be productive. It jumpstarts my day to do something good in this
Mm.
world. And
Wow,
also,
'di ba?
yeah,
Iba talaga.
it produces many good thoughts on your mind because you're the only one awake
Mhm.
at that time. So you are very creative at that time. So I take
Mhm.
advantage of every minute or of every hour that I'm awake, so I can create something that will last for a lifetime, or I can create a much more great legacy that I can use when I'm gone here in this world.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ken. So you've made our night for tonight. Yeah, you've made our night actually, and thank you so much for gracing our live session, our nightly live session, and hoping that we will get back to you once you have won Misters of Philippines, or at least one of the crowns of Misters of
Yeah.
Philippines 2021. And thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving us time for sparing time for Pageant Mag Philippines. And yeah, before we end this session, do you want to say anything, or do you want to promote your project, and do you have any message to your team, to your family, or to anyone you want to address your message?
Okay. First and foremost, I would like to give thanks to you and to the Pageant Mag Philippines. I'm very much
Mhm.
honored to have this interview in front of you right now. It's my second interview of this kind, so very much thankful for that. The second thing is I want to thank all of the supporters in my life, the supporters that's giving me motivation to do something good, and also I want to thank my family. I want to thank the House of Crowns Pageant Academy for helping me prepare for this pageant. Also, my
Mhm.
agency, the Dream Big Global Agency, I would like to thank them as well. And also, overall, thank everyone that's been supporting me throughout my journey. And also, don't
Mhm.
forget to follow me at my social media accounts at Kenneth Aniban, at all social media accounts at Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok. So if you want to get to
Mhm.
know me more or get to know my daily life or daily content, just follow my Instagram and TikTok. And
All right.
if you want to see good posts,
Mhm.
add me or follow me on Facebook as well.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you as well, Ronald, Derek, for Azurin, for tuning in with Pageant Mag Philippines live session. So thank you so much, Jordy. Yeah, pakamusta kay Zeus Salo from Tarlac. Ha?
Hey, Sus!
Pakamusta, pakamusta naman kay Zeus Salo from Tarlac Province. Ha?
Kaibigan
Mabait
ko
yung
yun.
kaibigan mo.
Kaibigan ko
Okay.
yun. Nako.
See.
Isa din siya sa pinakamabait din sa sa mga kandidato. Tsaka
Alright.
overall, isa lang masasabi ko sa
Mm.
mga co-candidates ko, sobrang bait nila. Especially sa
Mhm.
Luzon, sa ano ko ngayon, tsaka sa mga Visayas and Mindanao, they're very much welcoming. And all I can
Mhm.
say is magsasaya kami sa Negros. Hindi
Alright.
namin makakalimutan tong experience na to kasi hindi namin ite-take for granted to. Isa-celebrate namin,
Mm.
isasaya namin. At the end of the day, we are all friends and we are having a healthy competition in this pageant.
All right. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. And if you have not subscribed yet on our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification for more pageant updates, as well as our Facebook page. Please do follow and like our Facebook page and all our other social media platforms in TikTok and of course on Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will definitely get back to you guys. Oh, by the way, we won't have live sessions for tomorrow due to Binibining Pilipinas Coronation Night. So we will
Good luck to the
definitely be there.
candidates. I'll be watching.
Yes. Good luck to all the candidates of Binibining Pilipinas 2021. And we're gonna see you there, Renata. And of course, To all our viewers, thank you so much once again for staying with us, and good night to everyone, and God bless you. So please just stay pala.